Howdy, folks. Uh, Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. Uh, I have had something happen that every dedicated cigar smoker on the planet does not want to have happen. And that is my cigar cabinet died. Sorry, I had to turn my volume down. I'm watching myself. Uh, yeah, my cigar cabinet just like freaked out. The screen went blank. I unplugged it, plugged it back in 4 or 5 times. The light button would work to turn the light on inside. The lights come on like they usually would, and then it would get dim and stay that way. Nothing else worked. The readouts didn't show up. At first, they did show up. The readout showed up when I first walked in. The entire screen was lit up. Every single thing that you could have on that screen was lit up. I'm like, that's not right. Unplugged it, plugged it back in. This time, the things popped up that were supposed to be there, but they were much, much dimmer. Fiddled around with it, plugged it, unplugged it several more times. Now then, the only thing on the screen that works is the light button on and off. That's it. You can push the buttons up and down humidity, up and down temperature. Doesn't react. Same thing with the humidity. It doesn't work. But apparently it is locked into the lowest level it could possibly get on temperature, because I was messing around trying to get some other things done, trying to get ready to move all my cigars. And when I opened the door up, the temperature was already down into the low 60s. And there was one package of cigars that I picked up. I actually had to look at it and see if it was wet because it was so cold. I'm like, damn. So I still happen to have, I hadn't sold them yet, my two smaller cigar cabinets. One will hold about 200, 250 cigars. One will hold about 100, 150, and I've got somewhere around 500. So there is cigars stuck in every little single nook and cranny I can get into those two, but they're all in there. Now I'm going to have to talk to the place that I got it from and be like, your cigar cabinet quit working. And I told everybody how great it was. What are you going to do? So that's how today is going so far. But I can say I'm on screen. I can see myself over on my other phone, so I know I'm active. I can see there are two other people on there. Thank you for joining. You're going to love it if you haven't seen it before. Let's just go ahead and dive right in now that I got all my freaking out over with. Oh, and I got PSG Inter Euro League soccer, whatever. Anyway, we're watching the soccer match. So, and PSG is up 3-0, and we are in the 67th minute. So, but I am bringing you a very sophisticated pairing, I think, today. I think it's a really good one. I think you're really going to like it. I am pairing. This is something I've never tried before. First time. El Dorado 12-year aged rum from Demerara, something like that. It's a Guyanan, South America, Guyanan, Guyana, IAN, something like that. Guyanan, from Guyana. So, and I am pairing that with something you should all be familiar with, the San Cristobal Revelation. So, I tell you what, I don't know of any cigar brand that can come up with a more beautiful cigar bands than what they do. All of them are just beautiful. I love them. It's a lot of times that's how women choose the football team. Well, ladies, if you want to choose a cigar by how beautiful the band is, there you go. San Cristobal, can't go wrong. They are the most beautiful cigar bands on the planet. So, when it comes to, indulging yourself, few pleasures really rival like a well-aged rum. People may be going, really? paired with a premium hand-rolled, master-crafted cigar. Uh, Rum is a very smooth spirit anyway, to me. And when you start aging it, it makes it even more so. And among the standouts for the discerning palates, this El Dorado 12 year has got to be right up there. And it makes I think it's going to make an excellent pairing for the San Cristobal Revelation. I think they're going to offer some really. I keep leaning back. I'm afraid of getting too far away from the microphone. Where was I at? Oh, I was going to say that I think they're each going to offer a real depth and complexity that's really going to kind of meld together really well. And I think we may. Oh, I got to water plants. I got some plants dying. Okay. Where was that? And I think that it's going to be a rewarding pairing, a rewarding experience that is definitely going to be greater than the sum of its parts, I guess you'd say. Now, the El Dorado Guyana 12-year rum, it's the hallmark from Demerara, Demerara distillation. It's crafted by that Distillers Limited, and it is a blend of rums that are aged for at least 12 years in ex-bourbon oak barrels. It's renowned for its smoothness, its full body, while it's also sweet and spicy and kind of woody, all at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and get going. And I just realized there's one thing that I forgot. All right, I can't do it like this. This is not going to work. But I know this is silly as hell, but can you hang on just 1 second? This is a professional show. Never think it's not. That's only the second time I've ever done that. I went and left the glass sitting on the counter. Yeah. Like I said, it's a professional outfit. I like that. I think that got on me a little bit. Oh, yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. We're going to love this. I can smell it when I opened the bottle. But I want you to look at that. Does that look like a rum? No. That looks like a bourbon. That has got a just absolutely beautiful, deep molasses color. If you've never had molasses, this is what it looks like, but it's real thick and viscousy, like even more so than honey. Love molasses, some wonderful stuff. And of course, that's what they make rum out of. Anyway, as you can see, just an absolute beautiful spirit. It's got just some really, really great legs on it. Clings to the glass really well on the nose. You just have this real rich aroma of wish Sadie would stop barking. Vanilla predominantly, and then like toffee, and maybe even a little bit of caramel, but more toffee than caramel. I get dark fruits like figs, raisins, but at the same time, there's some hints of banana. It's really good. And there's a nice warm spice to it, kind of a baking spice kind of thing. Now on the palate. That is wonderful. Wow. PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. They just scored again, 4-0. Inter Milan, I think it's Milan, Inter Milan, not doing very well. They're getting roasted. Anyway, on the palate. This is just a way for me to take 3 or 4 drinks before I tell you anything. It's got this real silky kind of texture to it. You get some notes of caramel with a really good dose of molasses, which is a darker sweetness. It comes from sugar cane, which is what they make rum out of. You also get some really nice hints of oak from that bourbon barrel aging. There's also some notes of like nutmeg and maybe a little cinnamon. There is some vanilla in it, and there's also a really nice dose of dark chocolate. Now, it has very little alcohol burn at all. There's a little right along the tip of your tongue, but there's none in the throat. There's none really anywhere else on your tongue. It is very smooth. That would be something that someone could drink if they are not heavily experienced in, say, a bourbon or whiskey. This is a good alternative that will get you at 80 proof. I think I even forgot to tell that. Yep, 80 proof, 40% alcohol by volume. Yeah, my cigar humidor crapping out on me's got me all screwed up. But you could start with something like this, and it's wonderful. It is delicious. The aging process really gives it an exquisite kind of balance between sweetness and depth, and I think it makes it a really great pairing partner for medium strength cigars. Yeah, this is an absolutely wonderful spirit. This is a 12-year-old rum, and today I picked up a bottle of Flor de Cana 18-year-old rum. I'm going to be pairing that one here sometime really soon. We may do a head-to-head matchup. And I think I started on the finish and then got off on something else. The finish is medium to medium long. It's got a really nice warming to it, kind of like a brandy or a cognac. It's a little dry with some lingering spice to it and some really nice notes of like brown sugar. It's that kind of darker sweetness, more along the lines of the molasses. It's kind of a brown sugary sweetness. It's a really great, it is a really great spirit. Take it from me. Now, the Revelation by San Cristobal. It is crafted by the Garcia family at the My Father Cigar Factory in Nicaragua. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with My Father. They are some great cigars. This one features an Ecuadorian wrapper over Nicaraguan binder and filler, and it is really known for its medium body, really great balance, and it's really depth of intricate flavors. This is a 5x54. It's a little fatter on the ring gauge, and as I just said, it's kind of a medium to medium full in strength. On the nose, I get some nice notes of hay and kind of barnyard. Some really nice cedar notes on it. Maybe just a little bit of spice in there. And some really nice, like, aged tobacco. Visually, it is basically flawless. Minimal, almost no veining at all. I mean, there's some really, and what veins there are very, they're not very visible. It does have tight yet visible seams, even though they're not overly pronounced. And it has a triple cap. So I didn't forget my lighter and my cutter. Let's go ahead and do a cold draw. I think last week I forgot cold draw. I get, it's easy for me to get off kilter. Oh, and also this cigar has got a really, it's firm, but it's got a really nice sponge spring to it. So it's like not too hard, not too soft. It's perfect. Perfect. Now, I get some really nice notes of like raisins. There's more cedar, a little bit of hay, kind of a subtle sweetness, probably from the kind of raisin notes. And just a hint of spice. So let's go ahead and toast it up. Copious amounts of smoke coming off of this stick. I think I did a pretty good job lighting it. Let me try it again. I did the retro hail and it kind of threw me off. On the stick, I mean, on the light, you get some really nice cedar notes. You get some kind of the darker fruit notes with, you know, like raisins, prunes, plums, something along those lines. There's some really nice notes of leather. Maybe a little bit of oakiness in there. And there's a little more fruitiness to it that I can't quite put my finger on. That is a really, really good smoke. I've got the Quintessence. I want to do that one. That one's another really good cigar from San Cristobal. It's got this kind of, I won't say pungent, but a sharp flavor to it. And I'm thinking it's kind of along the lines of a little bit of lemon zest because it's just a little zesty. I was also getting that through the retro hail as well. That's what was kind of throwing me off with some really nice notes of black pepper and just a little bit of spice. Not a lot, enough for you to know it's there. Let's try them together. Oh, you don't even need to try. This is not any good. It's not. Don't even. No, I'm kidding. It's excellent. Wow. The flavor profiles here just meld together wonderfully. I think this could be my my best pairing this season, which season is almost over. So I've had quite a few. Next month, into Father's Day, is my the end of this season. And we'll start season 5. You've got that subtle sweetness and kind of the dark fruits, the plums and not apricots. I say plums and raisins, and then a little bit of lemon zest, and then you're pairing that with caramel and molasses, and so there's some banana coming through in the El Dorado 12-year-old rum, and they really go well together. There's also a little bit of baking spice in the rum, kind of cinnamon, nutmeg kind of thing, and it's really, really going well with the San Cristobal Revelation. I think I did a pretty good job on this one. And I know, doesn't mean a thing. I just like it. I love the way the smoke kind of wafts around in the glass. It looks almost like it's a liquid too. Thank all of you it looks like we've got a dozen or so people watching. Thank you very much. I'm glad you are here. I hope you're enjoying what I'm laying down here. This is a really, really great pairing. There's a really nice light fruitiness and some really nice sweet notes with some caramel and molasses and that kind of stuff all in there, along with some really nice baking spice. Now somebody's going to start mowing their yard right now. It's like 3:45 in the afternoon. This is the hottest part of the day, and you're going to start mowing. Sorry. I try to have a professional show, but anyway. Oh, PSG just scored again. We are 5-0. We're in the 86th minute. Man. I'll try to buffer some of that out. If I'm not mistaken, the people behind me have a lawn service, so they'll be done in a matter of moments. Oh, also, if you saw the picture I posted about today's episode, you saw the box. This is what the El Dorado comes in. So you won't be looking for a bottle, you're looking for a box. I've had this cigar before, but I have forgotten how good it really is. It is an excellent cigar. Burn line's got a little wonk to it. Not too bad. But look at those stacks of ash. I mean, those are just perfect. Perfect. Beautiful. Anybody that, if you are a cigar smoker and you have not tried San Cristobal, you need to try it. Excellent cigars. Excellent cigars. I'm wanting to do some My Father reviews, but I got to go by the cigar shop to buy some because you have to buy a box if you're doing it online. I'm going to touch this up just a little bit. All right, we'll see how that does. Sorry, folks. That's what happens. I will say, this cigar is burning relatively quickly. I mean, we're already getting right at a third finished. So, 50 minutes or so. That's not too bad. I normally keep y'all through the halfway mark. Still just excellent smoke production. It is marrying extremely well with the El Dorado 12-year-old rum. That has got to be one of the smoothest rums I've ever had. To me, rum is pretty smooth anyway, but that is just above and beyond. I think I have a bottle of Florida, but I think it's an 8-year-old. So this may be the oldest rum, the oldest aged rum that I've had. But as I mentioned earlier, I have a bottle I picked up today of Florida 18-year-old. So we're going to see how that is. 18-year-old's got to be even better. It's legal. All right. For those of you European soccer fans, Paris Saint-Germain has won today's match with Inter Milan 5-0. And it is it's taking place at Allianz Arena in Munich, home of the Bayern Munich Reds, or Bayern Munich Reds. That's my team. Yeah, if you watch my feed on X, there's a whole lot of soccer on there. I try to give the people what they want. Try to get the biggest audience I can. That's one of the places you can get it. There's a big audience right there. Soccer, NBA basketball, American football is going to be kicking off here real soon, so we're going to be doing some NFL and some college stuff. Entertainment, cigars, spirits, fine watches. I hit it all. You watch my feed and watch my shows, you get a little bit of everything. I'm a big Tag Heuer fan. Tag Heuer. I can't say Tag Heuer. Tag Heuer. I have a Tag watch. I used to have a Rolex. Don't have one now. Nothing against them. I like them. Just can't afford them. Not until you crypto people. There's a lot of crypto on my feed too. You crypto people help me run Pepe, P-E-P-E, to $1. If we can run it up to $1, I'll be rich. Come on, buy some Pepe. We'll run it up, make a whole bunch of money. Folks are starting to strip off their shirts on the pitch. And dancing. All right, we're getting real close. We've gotten through the first third here. And there's been some kind of earthy and woody notes come out on the stick, with maybe some really nice light hints of, say, cocoa and a little more leather that's been hanging in there. Fly. Of course, the spirit is still holding strong. It's doing very well with its caramel and molasses. A little bit of spice, not much at all. Nice fruitiness to it with some nice hints of banana. I'll tell you one thing. Soccer players got some abs on them. I wish I had abs like that. I think that dude's the coach. He still got abs like that. It's like that Chris Hemsworth and Ryan Reynolds kind of abs. Beautiful, beautiful ash stacks, still holding strong. Sorry about the mower, folks. They're about done, though. I got to cleanse the palate a little bit. I'd forgotten how really good this cigar is. And I'm amazed at how good this rum is. And that is not an expensive rum. It's 12-year-old age, not expensive. Not at all. The Inter Milan guys are all on the ground, like crying and stuff. Like, dude, y'all got blanked. It's not like you came close. You didn't come close. I'll say this, over the last 2 weeks, Byron they've been throwing out like every big name in the business about who they're looking at, who they're bringing in. I finally have said on all the different channels out there, they're saying, oh, yeah, they're looking at this person, looking at that person. They're talking to this person. I'm like, I ain't believing nothing until the contracts are signed. I fell for that Verts stuff. And, then he went to Liverpool. And I'm like, I ain't believing nothing else till the contracts are signed. We did sign Ta. All right, I'll give you that. I'm excited about that. He's a great center back, good defense, strong. But and they keep saying that they're going to let Sane or Sane or however they say it with a little apostrophe out there, they're going to let him walk. But then they keep negotiating with him. Let him go. Fly, be free. I'm telling you, folks, if you've never tried rum with a cigar, if you get the right cigar, it's delicious. Just as good as any bourbon or scotch that you can find. Got to be the right rum, got to be the right cigar. Oh, wow. They are engraving the trophy right there. Never seen them do that before. Now, I can't tell you much about what happened because I was busy talking to you guys. But 5 mil is a blowout. I'm going to go ahead and drop it because I'm afraid it's going to drop in my lap. And it just took a little shake. I didn't even have to touch the ashtray. Sorry. I think I'm getting Alzheimer's. Old timers, something. All right. That's better. Lord Jesus, help me. All right. Y'all make sure you send me some comments and tell me don't ever do an episode at 3:30 on Saturday afternoon. We're at the 35-minute mark. And I would say we are right at the half. And as we've kind of gotten closer into the middle of the cigar, I'm getting some roasted nuts. I won't say as sharp as like peanuts, but maybe a lot more along the lines of like almonds or cashews, a little more muted. The baking spice has kind of picked up a little bit, and I'm getting some more dried fruits, like raisins or plums, prunes. The closed captioning says, speaking French. Is that why I couldn't understand him? This closed captioning stuff is hilarious. They misspell words. They only give you like half a sentence. It's funny. It's funny to watch. You're like, who is doing this? Wow. Cleansing time. Well, I think I can go ahead and wind this up for you guys while I go ahead and smoke the rest of it. This cigar has got huge amounts of flavor in it, but without it being overpowering, and it brings a complexity that really blends well with the spirit. And I think they excel because they have this kind of shared richness that it really complements one to the other. There's a really nice flavor harmony with the caramel and the spicy notes. There's kind of the earthy sweetiness and kind of the cocoa elements that came through on the Revelation. And they both have this kind of dark toasted flavors to them, with more like the dried fruits, the raisins, and the plums and prunes and like that. Again, that really just enhances the complexity. And they have a real balance of strength. One doesn't overpower the other. They're really nice and robust, yet smooth, not overpoweringly robust. And it really allows you to kind of equally appreciate both the cigar and the spirit. Kind of that silky texture I talked about at the beginning of the episode on the rum. It kind of softens the cigar's pepperiness a little bit. But one more time. I do think the cigar's kind of peppery edges really bring out the vanilla and the toffee and the rum. Oh, really, really good. And there's an aroma of the smoke that's not the typical cigar aroma. Uh, First time you fire it up, you're going to be like, this is different. It's almost like it's an infused cigar, but it's not an infused cigar. We're back to it's again. I dropped the ash. It's still got that wave to it, but it's got the really nice stacks of ash on it. I think you could definitely enjoy this combination without getting fatigued with it and be like, all right, I'm done. You know, this is a real sensory journey. It is. And if you're somebody that likes to pair spirits and cigars, and you kind of held true to the, whiskey in general, the bourbon and scotch, the Irish, whatever it is, step out and try some other things. I've paired rum, I've paired port, I've paired beer and tequila, all with cigars. You really can find yourself opening up your palates when you're using other things than what you're used to. Don't be like, oh, I can't do that. I can't pair this with tequila. You can't pair tequila with a cigar. Sure you can. You can do anything you want to do. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as I've enjoyed bringing it to you. Please hit like, subscribe, share, notify, share the out of it. That's really how I grow. I've been really kind of developing my X footprint because X allows me to do a lot of the things that I couldn't do over on Insta. And I'm really loving it over here. I don't know what that was, crawling along the top of the neighbor's fence. But anyway, be sure to go get yourself some Freedom Fatigues. Freedom Fatigues is veteran and law enforcement owned. And if you go to freedomfatigues.com, freedom, you know how to spell that, Fatigues, fatigues.com, and fill up your cart. And then you put Sticks-n-Stonez 20 all jammed together, STICKSENSTONEZ 20. You'll get a discount. It's that simple. I love this shirt. It's really nice and soft. It's got the Gadsden snake on it. Don't tread on me. Love it. They got all kinds of stuff. 4th of July is coming up. It's going to be here in a month. Go order you some Freedom Fatigues now so you're ready for 4th of July. So until